You should be careful on the spiritual path because there are many dangers and pitfalls that you might get trapped in if you are not careful. I think first of all you have to ask yourself what you're looking for. You have to be clear on what you want because there are many different types of spirituality. Really, the two questions you have to ask yourself is, do I want to focus on the outer world or do I want to focus within? And this will be determined by your tendency towards extroversion or introversion. The end of the external path is all of the worldly riches, all of the things that you desire in this life. And the end of the inner path are inner riches, enlightenment, everlasting peace, joy, and love. Now, I would recommend what Jesus said, which was, seek first the kingdom of heaven and then everything else will be added on to you. Because if you gain the inner riches, you have everything, even if you have nothing in this world. And if you have the whole world, but you haven't found these inner riches, then you have nothing. But I see that everyone must complete both paths regardless. It's not that you necessarily sacrifice one for the other, but one must take your top priority. If you want to focus on external riches, worldly success, then you will enjoy the manifesting and reality creation side of spirituality. If you want to seek the inner riches, you will want to guide yourself toward the highest spiritual teachings, that of enlightenment and freedom. If you wish to take the inner journey, there are going to be many, many distractions. The good thing about the inner journey is that it is very, very simple and straightforward. The essence of the entire thing is about discovering the true nature of what you are. If what you are learning about does not speak about discovering this true nature, then it is a distraction. If you only want your worldly success, then enlightenment probably isn't for you, because all of our desires are of the mind and of the ego. And if we are strongly attached to them, we will not be able to let them go so easily. One of the main things that is required on the inner spiritual path is that of a strong desire for freedom. Without this strong desire, you will be pulled back into the illusion of the world and stay stuck. There are two gravitational forces pulling upon you at all times. There's the gravity of the world, and there's the gravity of God. Ramakrishna once said that the worldly man is like a needle covered in mud. When the needle is covered, it is not attracted to the magnet that is God. So in order for one to find God, one must kind of wash themselves of their worldly desires. It doesn't mean that these desires go away, it just means that you let go of your strong attachment to them. And so you see, if you have a strong ego, and if you are strongly attached to your worldly desires, sometimes you have to go out and get them to realize it wasn't actually what you wanted in the first place. Because in truth, you will not find lasting satisfaction in a temporary world. But you can find lasting satisfaction in the eternal, on the inner path. You see, I would highly suggest entering the inner path, because once you understand the true nature of what you are, the outer world kind of takes care of itself. As we dive deeper on the spiritual path, we enter more into harmony. And when our inner world is in harmony, our outer world reflects this harmony. But you might go out and get everything you want in the world and still be frustrated. And that is not a very nice place to be. Because all of your expectations of what you thought, of what you wanted in life, now that you have all the things you could have ever desired, well, what's left to get? There's nowhere left to go, except within. You will find that what you are looking for the whole time is already yours. It is already within you right now. And so what the inner path allows you to do is it allows you to be accepting and allowing of all your experiences. And this makes it easy to enjoy the journey and to enjoy the destination. Whereas oftentimes when we're trying to get things in the world, we just want the result. We just want the destination. And so we don't enjoy the journey. And when we finally get the result, we don't enjoy it either. That is why the illusion of the world is often referred to as Maya or Samsara. Samsara is the endless cycle of suffering, like a desert, that people wander desperately to find some satisfaction. And the things they find to quench their thirst are like pools of salt water, which only make them more thirsty than when they began drinking. It's like when you are stuck in an addiction, you always need more the next time to feel the same amount of satisfaction. It's a black hole. It is a futile endeavor. But within you is an everlasting oasis. As Jesus said, when you drink from this water, you will never thirst again. If you are truly dedicated to this inner spiritual path, then almost 99% of the spiritual things that people talk about are irrelevant. They are distractions. And you see, once you get what they call the kiss from God, when you get a taste of these inner riches, what you find is that things of this world do not satisfy you the same, and your main focus is on diving deeper into these inner riches. You no longer fall under the illusions of this material world, but I must warn you, because once you start diving deep into yourself, a lot of the things that were buried underneath the surface begin popping their heads out. And your head might be popped out if you are not careful. You are forced to face all of your demons, all of the repressed aspects of yourself that you may have been running away from. And not everybody is ready for this kind of truth. The truth is like a potent kind of medicine. It has to be administered in the proper dosages, or else it could kill you. And so while you're on the inner path, also living your life, certain attachments will pop up for you to let go of. You will be faced with certain illusions, and your only job is to see through them, not to get trapped or caught in them. And it takes a lot of courage, and is sometimes very difficult to let go of this power and control, to trust in life to guide us to where we need to go. And the more we resist this trust, the more we get trapped in this kind of halfway point between the world and between God, something you might call purgatory. And this is a very uncomfortable and unfavorable state, because you do not have any success in the world, and you also do not have any success from the inner journey just yet. And so you feel like you're going crazy, or you question, why should I even be doing this? Is it even worth it? You get very frustrated that your needs are not being met in the external world. But you have to choose a side. You have to go all the way on the inner spiritual path. Otherwise, the gravity of the world will continue to pull you in this direction, and you might feel like you're getting ripped apart. Half of you wants the worldly success, and half of you wants God. But if you want the worldly success, you have to go all the way on the godly path. If you go half-heartedly on either path, you will succeed in neither. And this is perhaps my greatest advice I could give to you, is that you have to go all the way. The more you decide to go all the way, the more smoothly this process can go, and the more you can experience the inner riches that are awaiting you. The great thing about the inner path is that as you continue along your journey, you receive more and more grace from God. You stop struggling and suffering so much. I wish you much peace and many blessings on your journey. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to schedule a one-on-one with me. It's time to choose a side. Good luck to you.